Alright, hey, it's Megan here, and so this is my, another project video for the Sur Ron Canada. Alright, so I already kind of attempted something like this, but it kind of failed, okay? So, Hades Mega has the EBMX X9000 controller, right? And that controller has a Regen thumb throttle, right? However, when I ride off-road, I don't like it, right? I don't like the thumb throttle. Racing supermoto or you know, pretty much maybe like motocross or something is okay, you know, but when I'm doing trail riding, I don't like it. All right, I have to like break my grip on the handlebar, and it's hard to hold myself up doing that. Okay, and I get tired also. So I get so for really long downhills and stuff, and I have to use the brakes a lot. I like to use the Regen throttle a lot, but it tires me out having to use the Regen throttle. Yeah. So when you use your thumb to well, here let's take a look at it first. All right. So right here we got the Regen throttle, okay, and so to use it, I have to break my grip. I can't grip the handlebar and use this, so I only have one thumb, guys. Okay, human beings only have one thumb. That's the problem here, okay, guys. So if I have to break my grip, it weakens me a lot. Okay, so what's another way to break? Using your fingers. All right, your fingers, and I have more fingers than thumbs. All right, guys. So the idea here is Hades Mega is gonna make a Regen throttle out of a lever. All right, it's basically gonna be like the brake lever. All right, but it's gonna be a Regen throttle. All right, that's what I'm going for. There is a bike that has something similar to this. Is the Arctic Leopard EXC bike, and I like it. And I thought, hey, you know what, that might work. This will definitely benefit me riding off road because it won't get me so tired from using it, type of thing. Okay, so that's what Hades Mega is trying to construct in this video. All right, and I'll show you what I got to do that. All right, haha, what do we got in my project box here? All right, guys, so here I've got the old, if you guys don't know what this is the old throttle box from the old Sur Ron. All right, Hades Mega has a 2018 Sur Ron EBMX, and this is what they used to use to to operate the throttle. Right, there was a cable that goes up to the twist throttle, and then you use this. It would pull on this, and then it would actuate it would turn, change the voltage and stuff. All right. So the bike already has a place to mount this, so we're going to use this. Okay. However, it is kind of crowded underneath the bike. Is the problem. All right. But so this is one of those throttle boxes that I got from a buddy of mine. But I have like 3 of these. Okay, guys. I don't think I've ever had one fail too. So this one already has been cut, the wiring. So so I'm going to use this one, right? Because we need to modify the wiring. If you guys don't know what the connector looks like on this, it's one of those 3-pin kind of triangular connectors. Okay, and so we need to modify it with a Bafang connector. All right, it's a 3-pin HIGO connector. All right, and that's what I got right here. Okay, I think I ordered this on Amazon. Okay, we're doing the unboxing. So there it is. That's the cable that we're going to be using. All right, I forgot how long it is. Let me see. It just says it's 3-pin. I don't remember how long it is. I'll put a subtitle below. But it looks to be like 3 feet or something, pretty long. Okay, and that's the connector we need to connect to the EBMX controller. Okay, so basically all we have to do is wire this to this. The only problem is I'm not really sure what wire goes to what. Okay, guys, but I do have a diagram. I have a diagram that I got from a website for the Bafang stuff. Maybe we might be able to use it. Right? Hopefully he's making figure out the wiring. I think if we wire it wrong, we might mess up the throttle box. Okay, I don't know if we'll mess up the controller. Okay, so what are we going to use to pull on the throttle box once we get that connected? Well, I've got this Pitbike clutch lever here, alright? So, there's the next ingredient. That's the clutch lever. Alright, so we're going to install. I tried to buy the smallest one I could. This is the smallest one I could find, guys. Alright, this is for like a stunt bike or something. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work, man, but we'll try to get it to work, man. But it says adjustable stop right here, I think. Okay, it's nice. It's anodized. I'll put a link in the description where I got this thing. It's a little bit smaller. Yeah, you know what? The angle isn't very nice. I think you gotta turn if you want this to be like a. I think this is a stunt clutch lever or something. I think you can use it as a brake lever or something, but we're gonna use this as a brake lever. All right, so it's got a lot of adjustability, as you can see. Okay, you can adjust where the lever is, then you can adjust how much the cable slack and everything. Okay, so hopefully this will turn out good. All right, so there's that. And then I've got a universal cable kit. All right, HIGO has never made his own clutch line or whatever, or throttle cables, and we're gonna do that. Okay, hopefully we can figure it out. All right, so this, in my opinion, this is the hardest part, making this cable fit this. All right, so because we can't use the one that goes to this, all right, because it's a twist throttle. All right, we want to use this. Okay. So HIGO has to make a special cable for this. Okay, and I believe that is all the, I think that's everything, yeah? Yeah, that's everything we need to get it started. Okay, I also have this. I have like a hot start thingy. Okay, but anyway. Anyway, yeah, so that's all the stuff I got to work with. The first thing we got to do is we got to make sure this thing works first, okay? So, I know it's kind of ass backwards if you think about it, guys. So, believe me, I looked and I looked and I looked. There's nothing around that just has this, right? Just an electronic version of this. All right, you know how like the Sur Ron throttle went from the cable to the electronic throttle? Well, they don't have an electronic throttle. Well, actually they did. HIGO tried to use a scooter trigger throttle, all right? And it's a small little lever that they put on the handlebar, and then you just squeeze it and it makes the bike or the scooter go. However, I could not get it to work with my light beam. Okay, I don't know why it didn't work. Okay, so we'll just we're gonna try this dealie out. Okay, but first we got to figure out if this will actually work. Okay, it should work because it used to be on the bike. Okay. And yeah, so this where this mounts is underneath the bike, all right, where the where the DC converter is, and we're under the skid plate and everything. So we got to get up under there, and it's already super crowded, guys. Okay, so first thing we got to do is we got to figure out how much wire we need. All right, probably all of it is my guess. The disadvantage to this is, guys, all right, rather than going the full electronic route, which, like I said, I haven't seen anybody out there make one that's easily available. It would be nice to maybe buy the Arctic Leopard lever and see if we can get that to work. Maybe that could be a future project. All right, that would eliminate all this extra stuff. So we have to run two cables, guys. We have to run a physical cable, all right, and we gotta run an electronic cable. It's like double the wiring. It just makes it a lot more complicated. All right, guys. Whereas if you just had an electronic one, all you have to do is have this wire going to, the controller, which is not hard. But they don't sell something like this, guys. All right, unfortunately. And then so this is gonna be like this is gonna be where the regular brake lever is. So this is gonna be our primary brake lever, and then we'll still have a rear brake. I'll just rotate it in a different direction so we can use it. So maybe this one will be a little higher, and then the other one will be lower. Okay, but I may have to shorten this too. I'm not sure. So, but this is like a stunt throttle is what it is. Okay. Look at this different. There's different places you can put the end. They call it. All right. So So that's the scoop. So first thing we got to do is figure out how to get this thing wired. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm working with here, guys. So I took a picture of it. All right. I've got a diagram. So this is the connector right here. All right. So the top one should be green. The bottom left should be red, and the bottom right should be black. Well, I will double check. All right, with the voltmeter or a multimeter, and then this one. Actually, I don't even know what wires this has. I have to open it up first. Let me. Oh yeah, there you go. I've got a red, a yellow. What the freak was? See, all of these have different colors, guys. What the hell? There's a red, yellow, and black. Okay, so I'm guessing the red is the green in this diagram, and then the black is the black. So I'm just gonna try to match up the colors, guys. So I don't. Another thing I could do is I could try to find out the pinouts or the wires for this. Okay, this one has a green, a red, and a black. So we have a green. I can see in here. I know you guys can't see very easily, but there's a. I don't have a green. I have a yellow, I have a red, and a black. So my guess is let's wire up the reds and the blacks, and then the green will go to the yellow. Okay, guys. Let's go and let's see how much wire we need to. Okay, guys. So I've got the cable here. My current Regen throttle. Where is it, guy? I think it's this one here. That's right. That's not it. This is it right here. Okay, so you can see this cable goes all the way down there. We don't actually need that long a cable. We just need a cable, but yeah, the cable is right here. So, and the cable goes all the way back here. So we don't really need a long cable. Let's see how short the cable is. Okay, let's see how much cable we really need. All right. This. Oh, okay. It's got a. Well, these are pretty long. It has to at least go up to here. Okay, so see this. It's got to go where at least the egg rider display goes. So I think the egg rider can go all the way back here. So yeah, we got at least has to make it up to here. All right, the head. Ideally, probably better to have it right behind the headlight. All right, right back here, guys. So where did I put that cable, man? Right here. Okay, so it's going to go from underneath here. All right, I'm just going to feed a little bit in there. All right, and it's got to go all the way up to here. I think it's a little too long. So I think I'm going to make it. Oh, no, hold on. Let me double check. I'm gonna run it to the other side of the bike so I know I have enough. Because I don't want to accidentally cut too much. There's so much crap in here, man. So we gotta have it like at least like right here, okay? But behind this is, I think, better. So I think it's just a tad too long. Okay, so I'm gonna cut a little bit off. Let me see. I don't know. It's kind of. I guess it's good where it's at. Let's just cut like 3 inches off. Okay, so I'm gonna cut 3 inches off of this bad boy. All right, and then we're gonna start wiring. Okay. Okay, so it's definitely long enough. So we're gonna cut that much. All right. It's too long, but we should have enough regardless. Yeah. So we're gonna cut this, and then I'm gonna go open this up a little bit, and then we're gonna wire that to this. All right. Actually, so in the meantime, I'm gonna see if I can find a wiring diagram for this guy to figure out what wire does what, so we can just double check to make sure those are the right wires. All right. But we're gonna wire it. Let's just like the Bafang connector. Okay. I don't know what the other wires are. Anyway, snippy. So we're gonna snip this, all right, and then I'm gonna go start peeling this guy back. And be careful when I strip this. So we don't accidentally cut the wires. That's why it's good to have extra, just in case I mess up. Okay, anyway, I'm just gonna go strip that, and then I will go strip these. Okay, and then I will double check what the wires are on this before we actually do any wiring. Okay, so just make sure it matches this diagram right here. Okay guys, I've got a wiring diagram for a Sur Ron. I found it on the interweb, so I'm not really sure where it came from and who made it. It's a pretty nice diagram. So we've got throttle here, all right, and it says, yeah, it says here the red, all right. The red is a 5 volts. Yep, red is 5 volts DC, black is the negative, and then the green is the throttle input signal. Okay, here, and they've got it written down here too. Also, very nice. I like this. Yeah, here in throttle. Okay, you see here in throttle. This is red is 5 volts, black is negative, and then the green is our signal wire. Okay, so we just need to make sure we wire it just like that. Okay, we wire it like the Bafang diagram. I think that's the diagram that we need. So I know what each of the wires does on the wiring diagram on the Sur Ron. Okay, now we know. All right, now the question is, like, for the EBMX controller, is it using the Bafang throttle the way they wire the Bafang throttles? And I think they do. Okay, so we're gonna wire it just like that. All right, guys. So I got about 50%. I'm 50% sure. Okay, 50% sure with this right here. All right. However, I'm unsure about the other side, but I do have I have a Bafang diagram. I don't know if it's using the Bafang throttle, but I think it is. All right, because from what I remember, all the throttles that I bought were for a Bafang throttle. Okay, so and that's all the ones that they use. Okay, so that's a scoop. So I will be wiring it just like that. Okay, before we do anything, let me plug this into the thing right here. Okay, so this is an orange wire, and this is a kind of it's more yellow than orange. All right, so but it's a HIGO connector is what it's called. That's what they're calling it nowadays. Okay, connects just fine. Awesome. All right, so okay, so we verified that these connectors are compatible. Okay, guys, I got my my multimeter out here, and it's set to resistance. All right, so we're just gonna check the continuity, basically. All right. So in the wiring diagram, I'll just tell you right now, right? The lower right is black, all right? The lower left is red, and the middle one is green, I think, right? So, well, I will find that out. So these probes won't fit in there, all right? So I use a sewing needle, all right? I have a bunch of needles. All right, this is what I use when I sew stuff, okay, guys? I just grabbed the smallest needle I could find, and I stuck it in there. And that's what I'm using to probe these, okay? So it's on the bottom right, all right? This one should be the black wire, I think, right? Where's the red one? Okay, here's the red probe. All right, here's I stripped the jacket. It should be the black wire, guys. So when I touch the black wire, I should get something. There we go. Oh, I don't know why it took a while. Okay, so I get a reading, all right? It should be like close to 0, right? I think the needle is not, something is up with the needle. All right, but it works, all right? So I'm getting something. These other ones, I'm not getting any readings. Okay, so this one should definitely be the black one, okay? So remember I said the lower left is red, so I'm going to put this here. All right, and then we're going to connect this to the red. And I'm going to connect this to the needle. All right, and I get a reading. There we go. Should be 0. Okay, but I get a reading. I think I'm trying here, guys. Okay, yeah, there you go. I got a reading. Should be 0, but I don't think I have a good connection. Okay, so by process of elimination, this yellow one should be the one in the top center. There we go. Okay, this one should be the yellow one. Okay, you should get some kind of reaction. Okay, there we go. I'm getting something. I probably should have used a thicker needle. There we go. Zero ohms. Then I'll let go. It shouldn't read anything. Okay, so there you go. So it is wired. It is wired exactly like the Bafang diagram. All right. So hopefully this is the right thing. Okay, guys. So what are we gonna do? Since we're gonna wire. Which one's the 5 volts? The 5 volts is the red, right? Yeah, 5 volts is the red. So we're gonna wire the reds together. All right. We're gonna wire the reds together. Then we're gonna wire the yellow to the green and the black to the black. Okay, guys. Got it? And then it should work, right? We'll do a test on the bike. We can hook it up and test it before we actually make the cable. All right, so that'll be like 50% of the work done right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wire these together. All right, and then we'll go test it. All right. Okay, guys, I've gone ahead and done it. There it is. All right, get my light on it. All right, so I've got the red to red, black to black, and the yellow to the green. All right, for this particular connector. All right, before I clean it up a little bit more, I can put this extra jacket in there and zip tie it. I could probably put a bigger heat shrink tubing on it too. But yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. So we're gonna go plug it in and see if it works. Okay, we'll test it with the EBMX app. All right. Okay, guys. So I've got the throttle box right here. Here's the connector. We're gonna connect it to the harness. Hope I did it right. Alright, I want to get the keys, fire it up. Okay, I'm going to go to the EBMX app. Okay, and I'm going to focus on the EBMX app, guys. Okay, connect it. Okay, and then we should go, well, we can just go right here. It says Regen, all right? Regen is 0.8 volts, so it's already putting out a voltage, guys. So if I twist this, you see it move. It works. Ha-ha! I got it to work, all right? So 0.8 to 4.3 volts, all right? That's that, and this is the other throttle. It's 0 volts to 5 volts. Yeah, 0 to 5. So if you guys are wondering what the difference between a domino throttle and the old Sur Ron BBMX throttle box, all right, is 0.8 volts to 4.3 volts. The other one is 0 to 5. Okay, so this one is a little bit not as high resolution as the other one. That's what I say, but it works. Hooray! All right, so and we can test that out. All right, what we can do is we can go to settings, and then we're gonna calibrate this throttle. All right, so thumb throttle calibration. All right, so it's set to 0.86 and 4.33 volts already, so it should be fine already, guys. But we're gonna use the wizard to set it up. So we're gonna set up. All right, and then start the setup wizard, and then just do what it says. Okay. So right now it's outputting 0.6. It says release the throttle. That's already released. All right, guys. And then press the throttle. Well, we're going to rotate it in this case. All right. So we're getting 4.34 volts. Okay. Boom. All right. So 0.8 to 4.34 volts. We're going to hit save. All right. That throttle is now calibrated. Good to go. It honestly, it didn't need to be calibrated. It's literally the same voltage as the thumb throttle. Okay, guys. And then we're gonna hit save. Okay. And then we're gonna back up, and then we're gonna go actually run the bike. Okay, guys. Okay. So I'm going to give it throttle. Yeah. So one test is if we do both the throttles at the same time. All right. So I'm gonna put it in race 1. I'm going to give it throttle, and when I twist this box, guys, it should just stop. Okay, it just stopped. Good. Go again. It should stop. Go again. Okay, and then we can blip the throttle real quick. Okay, and I twist it and it slows down. There you go. It works. It works, guys. So now we just have to. All we have to do is install. The next is the next hard part. Okay, the hardest part is here to is coming up next. All right, guys. So now what we have to do, and I can't do it right now because my Light B has a busted front axle, and I need to install a new one, or else I can't put a front wheel. And if I can't put a front wheel, I can't get it off this stand because we have to get under there to that. We have to get to that skid plate. All right, so I have to take that skid plate out so we can install this. All right, so there's actually a place. All right, there's a place where you can install this. Sorry guys, this camera doesn't have a light on it, so I'm trying out a new camera. Anyway, this has a place to mount down there. Okay, down there. Okay, so we need to mount it down there, and then yeah, I got to tidy this wiring up a little bit, and then we got to run. We're gonna run that cable from there to behind the headlight. All right, and then we gotta run, and then we gotta install the clutch lever. All right, so install the clutch lever, and then find out what we're gonna do with the old lever, and then we gotta take this out. All right, and then so yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with the egg rider now. I kind of want to just put it on the right side because I'm keep on hitting it over here. It's kind of useless. So what I might do is move this egg rider to the other side of the handlebar, guys. Okay, so that's the plan. That's in the next saga, guys. All right, we're gonna install this bad boy here. All right, somewhere, probably where the other Regen throttle is. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll probably have this one a little higher, and then that one a little bit lower. We'll move this one a little lower, and then we'll move this one higher. And then I think what we're going to do is I'm going to move this. This is the same width. It's literally almost the same size. Yeah, it's almost the same size as this. We could keep this here, but I would rather move this over here because I hate it. I don't like it here, guys. It's I accidentally press it all the time because I'm fiddling around with the thumb throttle. Actually, it won't be a problem anymore. That's right. It will not be a problem anymore. Because I'm not reaching for anything here anymore. I'm going to be using my fingers, all right? So the only thing I'll be using my thumb for is to adjust this thing. So maybe if I can keep it here, we'll keep it there, okay? But so in the next video clip, all right, we're going to go install this bad boy, and then we got to make the cable, all right? And then actually, what we got to do is install this down there, all right? And I can't do that until I get my axle, unless I could find the way to keep the bike up its own type of thing. Yeah, we gotta drop the skid plate, install this, all right, with the threaded screws, and then run the wire up to here, all right, and connect it. We're probably gonna put it behind the headlight here, all right, where the other stuff is, and then install this, all right. That's the next step, and then figure out what we're gonna do with this and this. And then we need to custom make our clutch cable, okay? In this case, we're using a clutch dealer, right? This is a pretty cool, and there's a lot of adjustment on this thing. It's kind of crazy. Hopefully this will work out really good. It's really nice. I was hoping it would be a little bit smaller. Look at how much adjustment. There's 3 different places to put the cable. There's an adjuster right here. There's an adjuster for where you want to keep the lever at. Alright, it's got a nice fat thick lever. It looks pretty nicely made, that's what I want to say. This Chinese stuff, hopefully it holds up. Alright, but that's the cable we're going to use for now. Alright, and then we're going to, yes, and then we have to make a cable. So that's what's going to happen in the next video, guys. Alright, so thanks for watching. We're about 50% there. We wired a new cable, all right. We wired a HIGO 3-pin HIGO connector, or a Bafang connector, to the old Sur Ron throttle box, and we connected it, and we just tested it with the EBMX app. And not only did we test it, all right, we tested it for the voltage, and we actually tested it for functionality, and it actually works. Okay, it works. Now we just have to find a way to implement it the way I want to. Okay. All right, thanks for watching. I hope this is educational and entertaining. All right, that's the first part of the Hades Omega Regen throttle. All right, a Regen Regen clutch lever project. Right? Yeah, I guess it's on the clutch side. So, okay. See you guys in the next video.